Today we're talking about Aerodrome finance. I think there is a decent amount of holders of Aerodrome. Again, not a crazy amount, but there are people like myself that are holding both Aerodrome and arcblock. And we know, obviously, video I made earlier today, arcblock just going absolutely crazy, right? It's only a matter of time for that. But Aerodrome consolidating decently, I guess, as far as price action goes. Last 7 days, it's down around 12% over the last month, down around 15.5%. Again, you continue to zoom out on charts here, still up 1,200%. Really, since the end of February, is again kind of the same sort of narrative that I don't want to say pushing, but what I've been talking about, just in recent videos in regards to Aerodrome, right? Like, it's recently been down, but if you obviously zoom out on the chart, which I think is super important to zoom out on these charts, you can see Aerodrome still up quite a bit, significantly, just really over the past year or so with February. And then the holder count continues to get bigger and bigger, which again doesn't surprise me at all. 69,503 holders of Aerodrome, which I think is just going to get bigger and bigger as well. I think really just the beginning, still very early in Aerodrome's timeline and Aerodrome's lifespan as the leading DEX on base, right? I feel like I talk about the similar things every time I make a video on Aerodrome, but it's not that I'm meaning to really talk about the similar things. It's just like honestly the truth, right? It's honestly just the facts of the matter. Aerodrome being the leading DEX on base and where I see base heading the next 3, 4, 5 years, right? And then all these plays that I talk about on this channel, or more specifically Aerodrome, always been a long-term play, continues to be a long-term play, right? Nothing that you're gonna buy and sell quickly to make quick profit. I just want that to be clear. But Aerodrome, like I said, the Slipstream has been doing well. You can see the Slipstream APR comparison, the wrapped ETH, USDC, pair, LP, consistent error rewards. The wider tick spacing reduces the necessity for frequent rebalancing. Enter Slipstream now. And again, at Slipstream, I talked about it before, was that catalyst, or is that main catalyst that is essentially going to allow Slipstream to compete and be similar to Uniswap, right? You can even compare, you can see the Uniswap logo here. UniV3 239% APR, along with Slipstream 1,500% APR. And just to compare Aerodrome to Uniswap, 10.5x from the current price of Aerodrome. If it had Uniswap's current market cap, which is 5.6, and again I've talked about it before, Uniswap's market cap is down pretty significantly over the last month or so, especially with the Uniswap versus SEC situation that's going on. And then obviously at a $22 billion market cap, which is Uniswap's all-time high, Aerodrome trading at a 41.8x from the current price, which is $51 per coin. But something that's definitely interesting in regards to Aerodrome as well, like an interesting narrative that I think is going on with Aerodrome, and specifically Velodrome, right? If you're unaware, Aerodrome is a fork of Velodrome. Talked about it before. Both these projects can and will coexist moving forward in the future. Like, I think the narrative as well of Aerodrome not being able to coexist with Velodrome, or vice versa, you need to be holding one project or another, doesn't really make sense to me. I definitely think both these projects can coexist and they will coexist. But you can see here, Velodrome, the super chain, something that they've been working on, or I don't even want to say they've been working on, but it is something they've been working on, right? The beta will begin the rollout over the next few weeks. First deployment on Mode will begin, marking a broad expansion over the OP stack layer 2 chains, which again, super chain here is going to be massive. Velodrome will fuel the growth of the super chain and seamlessly connect liquidity across the ecosystem. Talk about how the timeline and details for super chain evolution. It's essentially designed to scale Ethereum to onboard billions of users by offering a user experience as intuitive as a mobile app. Combined, you can just see the breakdown here. I'll put a link to this article in the description below as well. Combines the security of Ethereum with the benefits of layer 2 networks, high transaction, low transaction fees, etc., etc. So I definitely think this impacts Aerodrome long term. All right, nothing in the micro that I think is going to impact Aerodrome, but long term, right? You talk about Aerodrome being a fork of Velodrome. Velodrome really trying to push the super chain narrative, which I think is good. I think if Velodrome continues to grow and get bigger, it's only going to help Aerodrome, you guys, in the long term. Really truly is only going to help Aerodrome in the long term. So again, let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about Aerodrome. Currently, obviously, you know, it's not flying like arcblock is today, but nonetheless, a ton of bullish sentiment still for Aerodrome. Let's not forget about this project and really the massive potential, at least in my opinion, that it does have. Again, that's not financial advice. Please drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, and as always, have a great day.